Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, what is going on? I am Will, and we got about a minute left to get enrolled into this first game of Lucky 4 Bingo. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play, because we have over $25,000 in total prizes on just this first game alone. So you want to make sure you guys are ready for that. But as you guys know, we are live on the Pilot TVs, the Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and on the Twitch app. Our channel name on both is MegaSota. And speaking of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we just got some installed at some new locations, and we just got those installed over at Arcade Bar, Trax Bar and Grill, Bleachers, as well as the Dog House in Maplewood. So congrats to all of those new locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs, and we wish you guys a little bit of extra luck in this first game of Lucky 4 Bingo and all those games of Skull Bingo that are going to be coming up right after this. But as you guys know, we hand out jackpots all the time, and we handed out 2 yesterday, making us 17 for the rolling week and 85 total for season 12. But before we talk about these winners, it looks like we have balls starting to drop on this first game of Lucky 4 Bingo. Let's see if we are in line to get this jackpot. We still are. We're going to have to be perfect from here on out. And there we go. We got Vic still in line for this mega, but we'll be clicking past. Maybe hopefully we'll still be in line for this major. Yep, Vic's going to have to be perfect. Just falling out of line for that. But we do have a lead for this mini jackpot. We're going to have to be perfect from here on out. Looks like we're going to be clicking past that, and we'll be going to a $4 must-go prize. But speaking of those jackpot winners, we had Montana yesterday over at Northeast Palace taking home $1,151. Good job to Montana. But we also had Tim J over at Harold's Club taking home a whopping $938. Good job to both our players taking home some money yesterday, and all of our players that were playing. But we still have balls dropping on this first game of Lucky 4 Bingo. We got a couple players only one ball away, including Westy, Jenna, Bull, as well as Bob G and Rick. So hopefully we'll be able to hand this one out soon to one of these players. But in the meantime, as you guys know, we are always handing out a ton of money on our eTab games. And we just released a new one called Later Gator. You can check out that Gator Bait bonus and shoot the biggest gator to win the biggest prizes. Definitely some awesome stuff you guys want to check out with, especially in between our regular scheduled bingo. But there we go. We got a winner. It's Joe over at RJ's on 5th Avenue, taking home that $4 must-go prize. It looks like 1, 4, 65, and 64 are going to be our 4 lucky numbers. That means that first game is going to be a lucky one, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. We have about 3 minutes left until we get into this first game of Skull Bingo. But we have a ton of information for you guys, just so you guys can stay in the know on our Facebook page. And you guys will be able to stay in the know if you go give us a like and follow on that Facebook page. You just got to search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. That way you can see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more, like previews of those eTabs when they're about to release. You can also click a website link on our Facebook page to see our link tree that has links to bar locations, all of our social media, and so much more. But in case you guys have any questions as well, you can always put questions on our Facebook page, or you can even message us directly, and we will be able to answer you pretty quickly. But we have a ton of stuff going on throughout our bingo day. We start off our bingo days at 11:30 with that Cup of Joe with Jordy, and that's where we go over all the analyticals of our bingo day, especially all those progressives and everything you guys are going to be wanting to watch out for. And then right after that, starting off at 12 o'clock, just 10 minutes after Cup of Joe, going from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock, we've got our Twins Bingo 25-cent cards. You guys can always take home that jackpot in 52 balls or less. It's definitely something you guys want to check out with during our lunchtime bingo shows, going from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. But that isn't the only bingo that we have going on throughout the day, because right after that, going on from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock, we've got our Jackpot Hunter 25-cent cards. In that, it has a minor, that major, and that mega prize. That mega prize had just recently clicked up to a 45 ball count, so you guys want to make sure that you guys are checking in with all that. But right after that, we get into what we started with that first game of Lucky 4 Bingo, which is our happy hour stream. Sadly, we were unable to get that first shot at that jackpot. We missed over $25,000, but that's okay. After these 23 games of Skull Bingo, we'll be getting another shot at that. During these games of Skull Bingo, you guys are going to be going after this line prize. It's starting off the day at $22.50. You can take it home in 10 balls or less. Large frame prize is starting off the day at $8,467. You can take that home in 43 balls or less. And then that coverall prize is starting off the day nicely at over $28,363. Definitely something you guys want to check out with, especially because that coverall prize is still at that 50 ball count, as it always is. So you guys definitely want to check it out and maybe see if we can get this coverall prize, especially because this first game is going to be a lucky one. But as you guys can see, we only have 30 seconds left to be getting enrolled into this first game of Skull Bingo. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play, because as you guys heard, that jackpot is over $28,000 for that coverall. So make sure you guys are getting ready for that. But right after these 23 games of Skull Bingo, we've got that second game of Lucky 4 Bingo. That happens at 6 o'clock, where you guys get a second shot at that $25,503. But right after all this happy hour fun, we'll be getting into a little bit more bingo that runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. You guys are getting 4 hours uninterrupted tonight of Skull Bingo. This one is still the $1 edition with that line prize, starting off the day at $22.50. You can take that home in 10 balls or less. That large frame prize, starting off the day at $8,467. You can take it home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize is starting off the day at $28,363. And you can take it home in 50 balls or less. But as you guys can see, we got balls dropping on this first game of Skull Bingo. That line prize is starting off at $81. That large frame prize is at $8,530. And that coverall prize is starting us off at $28,430. Make sure you guys are paying attention. These games are going to go by super quickly. This first line prize is going out. It switched over to a must-go, and it is Telephone Man over at Woodshed LaPorte, taking home $5 on that line prize. Good job. But we have a ton of stuff going on through our bingo days, usually interrupting our Skull Bingo times that run from 6 to 10. we have our specialty nights. And we start the first of our specialty nights on Tuesdays, which is our MegaSota game night. It runs from 6:40. It starts off for you guys at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki take the helm and lead you guys through a ton of PGL action, including an extra game of Skull Bingo, just in case you guys are missing during your times from 6 to 10. But at the tail end of the night, at the very end, after all the awesome PGL games, you guys are going to get a shot at a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale, where in 54 balls or less, you can take home $25,629, and that's before anyone even gets enrolled, so it's definitely something you guys want to check out with our MegaSota game night. But that isn't the only specialty night we do have under our belt, because right after that, we've got our Twins Wednesday, and that goes from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Ian and Jordy take the helm and lead you guys through a ton of PGL action, including some really fun high and low games where the biggest loser can take home the biggest prizes. And at the tail end of the night, after everything's all said and done, you guys also get a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. This one's a 25-cent edition, and in 52 balls or less, you could take home $14,475, and that's before even anybody gets enrolled. And again, it's a 25-cent edition, meaning it's much more bang for your buck. So it's definitely something you guys want to check out with both of our specialty nights, especially because it's one right after the other, with that first one being MegaSota game night, starting at 6:40 every single Tuesday, and that Twins Wednesday, which goes from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. But we still have balls dropping on this first game of Skull Bingo. That large frame prize has switched over to an $8 Musco prize, and that coverall prize has switched over to a $13 Musco prize. And there we go. We got Travis Ween over at Cornerstone Pub and Prime taking home $8 on that large frame prize. Good job. But we are still going after this $13 coverall prize, and we still have a couple players one ball away, including Brunner, me, Jenna, Laney, and Bull. Bull, a big-time player. Glad to see him out there. And there we go. We got money. And there we go. We got Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue taking home that coverall prize. Good job, Bull, taking home $13 on that Musco coverall prize. Good job to all of our winners in that first game of Skull Bingo as we start getting ready for game number 2. But as we start getting ready for game number 2, I got a couple national days for you guys. We got some pretty fun ones starting us off. And starting us off, it's actually an international day, because this one is International Tiger Day. International Tiger Day on July 29th raises awareness about the dwindling numbers of the biggest of the big cats. Global leaders focus on the tiger during meetings designed to promote a system for protecting and enhancing their natural habitat. Definitely some awesome stuff with National Tiger Day. We're going to look up a couple fun tiger facts to see, just to see what's going on with tigers, you know? All right, we got a bunch of facts here, and actually, starting us up, that's crazy. I don't know what that is in pounds. I'm gonna have to double check what that is. But starting us off, we have adult tigers can weigh up to 363 kilograms. That's crazy. Next up, tigers can move at speeds of 65 kilometers an hour. The first tigers actually appeared 2 million years ago. I'm guessing probably the saber-tooth. Maybe? Yeah. And next up, yeah, they have an average lifespan of around 10 to 15 years. Let's see. Yeah, they are the largest of all the large cats, bigger than pumas, everything like that. Oh, if you guys didn't know, I didn't actually know this one, because most cats don't really like to swim, but tigers actually like to swim. Unlike other cat species, tigers often spend their time cooling off in streams and pools. In fact, tigers in the wild have regularly been observed swimming after a successful hunt. That one's pretty fun. Next up, we have tigers hunt alone. Although we see videos and documentaries of tigers living very close to each other, they are considered solitary hunters. Their hunting strategy focuses on stalking their prey, which would make it impractical to hunt in numbers, which makes a lot of sense. But we do have balls dropping on this next game of Skull Bingo. We got that line prize at $119. That large frame prize starting us off at $8,563. And that Musco coverall prize is starting us off at $28,458. Make sure you guys are paying attention. We only got one ball left for this line prize. Can we get it? Not looking like it. Moving on to a Musco for that line prize. But we do have a couple more tiger facts for you guys until one of you guys are able to get this prize. Starting us off, we got next is there were originally 8 tiger subspecies, which makes it a little scary. Starting us off for that one is actually Oh, but before we get into that, we got Woody's over at Fat Jack's taking home $6 on that line prize. Good job as we start working for this $8,562 large frame prize. But yeah, there were originally 8 tiger subspecies. Like most other animals, industrialization and other human activity have impacted tiger species throughout the years. To date, there are 5 living subspecies of the tiger, which are the Bengal tiger, Sumatran tiger, South China tiger, the Indo-Chinese tiger, and the Siberian tiger. Meanwhile, Bali, Caspian, and Javan tigers have all gone extinct. That is crazy. And next up for our tiger fun facts, we have tigers have eyes, in quotes, on the back of their ears. Most establishments or personal spaces install CCTV cameras for extra security. As for tigers, they have their own built-in cameras. It's believed that the white spots on the tiger's ears function as its extra eyes that can detect attackers from behind. That is crazy. I actually didn't know that. I want to know how that works. But next up for these facts, we'll look into that one in just a sec. We have the next tiger fact, which is blood loss and yeah, maybe not. Next up, we do have each tiger stripe pattern is unique, just like like how humans have unique fingerprints that no one could ever copy. Just like us, tiger species have their own fur pattern, which means that no 2 tigers share the same stripes. Tiger stripes also run skin deep. Even if they go bald, you would still see their unique stripes. But there we go. We do have a winner. It's Renee over at VFW Brainerd, taking home $10 on that large frame prize. And we have that Musco coverall that has moved over to $15. But we got Renee only 1 ball away, so maybe we'll see Renee getting a back-to-back win. And there we go. We do have a winner. It's Hollywood over at the Mug, taking home $15 on that large frame prize. Good job, Hollywood. Woo! But we do have a couple more tiger facts for you guys real quick. Next up, we have adult tigers have a large appetite. As the largest big cat species, it only makes sense that they eat a whole lot more compared to other animals. On average, tigers can eat 88 pounds of meat in one sitting. After a successful hunt, it may feast on its prey's body for days, but they bury it like a fridge. That's very interesting. Next up, we have tigers vocalize to improve their roar. One thing singers and tigers have in common is the need to vocalize. You probably won't see a tiger in musicals anytime soon, but tigers need to constantly practice their powerful roars to assert dominance and communicate well. Their vocalization routines include chuffing, roaring, hissing, moaning, and growling. Definitely a lot of stuff going on with them. Next up, we have tigers are night owls. Tigers prefer to hunt at night since they generally avoid interacting with humans in the daylight. Aside from hunting, tigers would also patrol their territories at night, fighting off anything that would breach their spots. So yeah, they just like staying up, protecting their area, and trying to get getting a late night snack. Next up, we have cubs actually follow their tiger mom's scent. One of the saddest tiger facts is that not all newborn cubs survive their transition to adult tigers. For a big chunk of their youngest years, cubs would follow their mother's scent. However, a majority of tiger cubs get left behind on hunts and eventually just kind of roam around, All right, definitely some awesome stuff, but happy National Tiger Day. Definitely a pretty fun national day, but we got a couple more for you guys. But before we get into them, we do only have 30 seconds left to get enrolled into this next game. As you guys can see, we have over $37,000 in total prizes. You guys definitely want to make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. So, all right, next up on these national days, we have a very fun one. This is National Chicken Wing Day. On July 29th, National Chicken Wing Day encourages a frenzy of dipping and sauce tasting. With so many choices, be sure to pace yourself. Yeah, definitely want to pace yourself with chicken wings. Don't want to choke on a bone or something like that. We are gonna look up a couple, maybe the top chicken wing sauces. All right, here we go. We got 17 of the best sauces for chicken wings. All right, so let's see what we've got to start us off. All right, starting us off, we have a green jalapeno hot wings. Definitely an interesting one. Skip the deep fryer and roast these buffalo-style chicken wings, then smother them in a spicy green jalapeno sauce, pureed with additional pickled jalapenos for an extra hit of pleasure. Definitely some awesome stuff. But there we go. We do have a winner. It's Matt M over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $5 on that line prize. Good job, Matt M. Next up on our chicken wing sauces that we're going to check out, we do have, let's see, it is spicy sriracha chicken wings. These crispy chicken wings get their heat from sriracha, the Thai hot sauce favored by plenty of chefs, including Michael Simon. For a fun twist on classic buffalo wings, blend sriracha with butter, lime zest, and cilantro, and toss with fried or roasted wings. Definitely an awesome one. Might have to try that one out next. Next up, we have a pretty interesting one. Definitely not one I've tried yet. It is maple chipotle hot wings. Add canned chipotle in adobo sauce and some maple syrup to the hot sauce butter for smoky wings with a sweet heat. Dried sage adds an extra level of wow. Definitely some awesome stuff. Maple chipotle hot wings. Definitely sounds like an interesting one. Not sure if I would be too willing to try that one soon. But, you know, maybe give it a shot. Next up, we have a pretty easy one, especially because this one utilizes something that most people already have in their kitchen. Air fryer lemon pepper chicken wings with a hot honey glaze. These hot, sweet, crisp, and buttery wings from recipe developer Jasmine Smith will become your next go-to recipe for parties, games, or anytime you want a hearty snack. The wings are tossed with lemon pepper seasoning and then cooked until they're crispy in an air fryer. So yeah, definitely some easy stuff. You could probably just like cook them in the oven first. You could just bake them and then toss them in the air fryer. Next, they're coated with a buttery hot honey glaze and served with more of the glaze for dipping. A garnish of cilantro adds color and brightness to the dish. Definitely some awesome stuff. But there we go. We got Spotlight over at Riverside in Holly, taking home $8 on that large frame prize. Good job, Spotlight. But we have moved over to a must-go for that coverall prize. And there we go. We got Bull taking home his second must-go coverall of the night, taking home another $13. Good job, Bull, and all of our winners in that game number 3. Definitely some awesome stuff. But I will be taking a quick break for this next game, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we love Twins Bingo. Twins Bingo runs from 12 to 1 every single day, and not only do you guys compete for some really big cash, you also earn points towards the twiking zone.
Oh, absolutely. And so hopping right into these player standings, we start off with a tie in 8th place between Debbie Lou over at VFW Spring Lake Park, Keither at Lucky 13's Mendota, and Too Hot over at American Legion Pine City. They're all tied up with 11,000 points. But with 12,000 points in 7th place, we got Patriot over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 6th place sits with Dal Dye over at Sergeant Pepper's with 13,000. Then in 5th place, we have Red at American Legion Fridley with 19,000. But with 21,000, we have a tie in 3rd place between Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine and Jules at VFW Spring Lake Park. In 2nd place, it's Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 23,000 points so far. And in 1st place, it's Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 35,000 points.
Now let's head on to the location side of these standings. In 10th place, we got Sergeant Pepper's over at Oakdale with 14,000 points. With 15,000 points in 9th place, we got the Bedrock over in South Haven. 7th place comes a two-way tie between Corky's Bar South Haven and American Legion Pine City, both with 16,000 points. With 17,000 points in 6th place, we got the Floppy Crappie over Pokagama Township. 5th place is our place on 3rd and Faribault with 20,000 points. With 25,000 points in 4th place, we got VFW Blaine. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 27,000 points. With 66,000 points in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley. And in 1st place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park, the reigning champions, already with 86,000 points in this Season 12.
Well, if they're going to do any damage like they did last season, I can't wait to see it. But make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 12 to 1 to try your hand at that Twins Bingo.
Hey guys, what is going on? We are back for this next game of Skull Bingo. We have about a minute left before you guys are getting enrolled, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. We had a ton of players taking home some wins while I was gone though, so we're going to go over those real quick. We had a line prize go out to Brunner at Nikado Bar and Grill and Bowl over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, as well as Kago over at Geneva Bar and Grill. They won $8 splitting between them. Next up, our large frame prize went out to me over at Great Escape winning $12. And that coverall prize in that game 4 went out to Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, taking home $18 on that one. Good job to all of our winners in that game 4. In game 5, we had a ton of winners as well. We had that line prize go out to Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, taking home $6. That large frame prize went out to Dana over at Roadside, winning $9. And then that coverall prize went over to Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, taking home $14 on that coverall prize. Next up in that game 6, we had Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, winning again, taking home $8. That large frame prize went out to Woods over at Fat Jack's, winning $13. And that coverall went to Woods, who took home back-to-back prizes, taking home $20 on that coverall prize. Good job to all of our winners in those games while I was gone. But while we're here, we have balls dropping on this game. We got $318 on this line prize, $8,727 on this large frame coverall, on this large frame prize, and then this coverall prize is at $28,590. Make sure you guys are paying attention. These ones are going to go by super quick, including that line prize that has just switched to an $8 must-go. There it is. We got J-Man over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards taking home $8 on that line prize. Good job, J-Man. But before I left, we were talking about some awesome chili wing sauces that chicken wing sauces that you guys could check out. Maybe just in time before football season starts up. You know, it'd be nice to get those get your wing recipes ready, especially before everything starts going on. Next up, we got a pretty interesting one. This is sticky miso chicken wings. Miso, lime juice, ginger, and fish sauce makes a spectacularly funky sweet and sour glaze for a crispy baked chicken wings. Brush the glaze over the wings during the last 10 minutes of roasting for maximum flavor. Ooh, definitely some awesome stuff. Next up on our chicken wing sauces, we have Lampy's chicken wings with sweet and spicy pantry sauce. National barbecue champion and restaurant Ray Lampy, aka Dr. Barbecue, bumps up flavor in these sweet and sticky wings by slashing the inside of the joints so they cook through and blasting them with a reserved marinade as they cook. Definitely some awesome stuff. Might want to have to try that one out. I have to send that recipe to my phone. Next up on these sauces, we do have a pretty interesting one. This one is sticky baked chicken wings. Chef Matt Jennings tosses baked chicken wings in a spicy glaze he makes with savory, sweet, spicy gochujang, thinly sliced scallions, toasted sesame seeds, and chopped cilantro crown the dish as a garnish alongside lime wedges. Definitely an interesting one, but there we go. We got a winner. It's Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, taking home $13 on that large frame prize, and we've switched over to a $21 must-go coverall, but we have a couple players, only 2 balls away, so hopefully we'll be handing this one out here soon. Next up on our chicken wing recipes, we have a pretty interesting one, as this one is it's definitely one I'll have to try. This one is pineapple teriyaki chicken wings. Before we talk about the recipe a little, we do have Wick over at Mabel Liquor Store taking home $20 on that must-go coverall prize. Ooh, good job to Wick and all of our winners in that game number 7. Definitely some awesome stuff. But we were just talking about this next chicken wing sauce, which is pineapple teriyaki chicken wings. Make your wings sweet and savory with garlic, ginger, soy sauce, pineapple juice, sugar, and vinegar to toss with fried or roasted wings. Extra glaze pulls double duty as a dipping sauce. Definitely something I would want to try. That sounds really good. Next up, we have a pretty easy one, especially if you don't want to do too many dishes. This one is one pot sticky chicken wings. Chef and TV host Andrew Zimmerman calls this homage to his favorite Penang food stall, Penang food stall wings, a schmaltz version of Berry Monte. As the chicken fat emulsifies into the soy sauce, sake, oyster sauce, mirin, star anise, and dried chili glaze. Sounds really interesting. Definitely a lot of stuff going in on with that one. Next up, we do have a couple more. This one is Huli chicken wings. Chef and cookbook author Sheldon Simeon uses fresh ginger and pineapple juice to add bright heat and tang to sweet teriyaki-like homemade sauce that coats the chicken wings and pineapple slices in this recipe. And it looks like they grill them up as well, toss them on the grill. Definitely some awesome stuff, so you get some lines on that. Definitely some awesome stuff. And we got another one for you guys. This one is pretty interesting. This one is Limoncello marinated chicken wings with pepperoni sauce. tart limoncello flavors, and tenderizes these standout wings from Chef Jeffrey Russell. The complex pepperoni sauce is also great on pizza, sandwiches, or used as a dip for the wings itself. Definitely some awesome stuff. It sounds pretty good. But there we go. We got 8 seconds left to be getting enrolled on this game of Skull Bingo. We have over $37 in total prizes. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. There we go. We got balls starting to drop on this game. There we are. We'll see what this line prize in this large frame is starting us out for. And let's see what we've got. There we go. That line prize, $399. That large frame prize, $8,802. And that coverall prize at $28,659. So make sure you guys are paying attention. This line prize and large frame are going to shoot by super quickly. But we already have Boy Mama only 2 balls away. They're going to have to be perfect from here on out, though. So hopefully they'll be able to get it. But we do have some more chicken wing recipes for you guys to talk about. And this one is Ike's Vietnamese fish sauce wings. These ones sound pretty good for some seriously savory. Oh, but before we talk about that, we got Chelsea and Bubba. Chelsea over at Tavern on the Avenue St. Paul and Bubba over at American Legion Monticello. They'll be splitting up that $12 line prize. Good job to both those players as we start working on that $8,000 large frame prize. We were just talking about some Vietnamese fish sauce wings. For some serious, savory, sophisticated wings, marinate the chicken in fish sauce, sugar, and garlic before frying them. Then heat and reduce the marinade to a syrup to toss the crispy cooked wings with. Definitely some awesome stuff. Definitely want to try that one. It looks like they're putting it in a wrap of sorts after taking the meat off. Definitely some interesting stuff. Next up for our chicken wing sauces, we have a pretty cool one. This is chicken wing with a fragrant herb sauce. Make a spectacular sauce with tons of herbs and scallions, along with jalapeno and habanero peppers, plus a little honey to counter the heat. Toss it with baked wings for a vibrant, spicy snack, appetizer, or even a party platter. Definitely some awesome stuff. Next up for our wing recipes, we have a pretty cool one. This is smoking sweet chicken wings with cherry barbecue glaze. This one sounds really good. Sour cherry preserves, lime juice, and habanero make for a sweet, sour, and fiery glaze for grilled wings. Glaze them for just before serving so the sugars don't burn. That one sounds really good and definitely one that I'm going to have to try. Definitely some awesome stuff. Next up for our recipes, this one is a pretty cool one. This one is awesome. This one is maple bacon chicken wings. What else could you need other than maple and bacon? Bacon, maple syrup, ketchup, applesauce, soy, and more come together in this sticky, scrumptious, finger-licking glaze. That sounds really good, especially because it's got bacon. Like, what else are you going to need? It's bacon. But there we go. We got a couple winners. It's Abs over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill and Boat Racer 1 over at VFW Coon Rapids. They'll be splitting up that large frame prize of $19. And there we go. We got that Must-Go coverall prize going out to Abs over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $29 on that Must-Go prize. Good job, Abs. All right, but we were just talking about some of these chicken wing sauces, and we have what looks to be our second to last one, and this one is soy sauce chicken wings. Sounds pretty simple. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, ketchup, and brown sugar combined in a salty and sweet wing sauce. Toss whole deep fried chicken wings with the sauce and garnish with green onion to make these wings sting. That sounds really good. Definitely one to try out soon, especially because it's National Chicken Wing Day. And next one, and our last one, we have chicken wings with angry sauce. Sounds pretty good. Co-owner Lisa Shin of Wing Wings in San Francisco uses this versatile ginger-kissed gochujang and aragu sauce that is marinated for pork and as a dip for cucumber spears. Definitely sounds really good. Definitely sounds like one to try. Definitely some awesome stuff, especially since it is National Chicken Wing Day. So happy National Chicken Wing Day. Hopefully you guys can find a way to celebrate, especially if your bar happens to serve some really awesome chicken wings. Let us know what your guys' favorite flavor for chicken wings is. Mine might have to be lemon pepper or honey barbecue. But we do have another national day. But before we get into that, we have less than 1 minute to be getting enrolled into this next game. As you guys can see, we have over $37,000 in total prizes for this game. And that jackpot is over $28,000. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play, because these games are going by super quickly. But next up on our national days, we have a really fun one. And this one is another food holiday, which is definitely some awesome stuff. And this one is National Lasagna Day. The best way to join in National Lasagna Day on July 29th is to bake up a pan of the Italian pasta dish. Another way to celebrate is by getting a table at your favorite Italian restaurant and then ordering some there. Definitely some awesome stuff. We'll look at some of the best ways to make some lasagna. All right, so we're looking at some of the best ways to make some lasagna. But actually, let's do an interesting one. We're gonna look up the best freezer lasagnas. Yeah. Oh, the best make-ahead lasagna. Oh, that's too easy. Definitely some awesome stuff. All right, here we go. We got 13 best frozen lasagnas. We tried them all, so you guys didn't have to. Definitely some awesome stuff. So glad somebody tried it. But as you guys can see, we got balls dropping on this game of Skull Bingo. That line prize was at $444. It felt pretty lucky, but I guess not. Moving on to a $10 Musco line prize. That large frame prize is at $8,834, and that coverall prize is currently sitting at $28,678. Make sure you guys are paying attention. This game is going to go by super quickly. We're probably going to be handing out that line prize here soon, and there it is. It's going out to Mags over at Whitecap Inn, and then we got Boat Racer 1 over at VFW Coon Rapids taking home that $10 line prize. Good job to both those players. But in the next, we were just talking about National Lasagna Day, and so we looked up the top 10 best, some of the best frozen lasagnas. And we're going to start at the bottom for you guys, just so you guys don't know what number 1 is quite yet. This one is at number 13. We got Evil, it's spelled like E-V-O-L, Butternut Squash Lasagna. This one gets a Most Unique award. This frozen version wins for Most Unique. This is the only cream-based sauce on the list, and it contains butternut squash, which gives it a slightly sweeter taste. It has plenty of ricotta along with some spinach and carrots as well. The combination of butternut squash, carrots, spinach, red bell peppers, and cream sauce makes this a one-of-a-kind in terms of frozen lasagnas. Yeah, sounds a little interesting. Next up, this one is cauliflower frozen lasagna with a meat sauce. This one is best for like low carb, and it's like, I guess it's keto friendly. This one on our list is a great alternative to regular pasta noodles, which makes it a low carb and keto friendly, as well as diabetic friendly. The noodles are made from cauliflower, and the sauce has meat, mushroom, and spinach to add a nice flavor profile. With only 11 grams of carbs, this one is also a great alternative for someone watching their carbs, and they even have a vegetarian version as well. Definitely some interesting stuff coming in at number 12. Next up, we got Qualls over at the Wheelhouse, taking home $17 on that line prize. Good job, Qualls. Next up on these frozen lasagnas, placing in at number 11, we've got the Lean Cuisine lasagna with meat sauce, and this is the best for low calorie and a healthier option. But there we go. We got J-Man of Rocker Brothers Pizza, CR Billiards, and Boat Racer 1 over at VFW Coon Rapids. They'll be splitting up that $25 Musco coverall prize. Good job to all of those winners. We were just talking about some of the best frozen lasagnas, and we were just ranking them so you guys don't have to. And for number 11, we got the Lean Cuisine, which kind of surprised it's not placing a little higher. It seems they keep the calories low with this version by using a very little mozzarella cheese. While lasagna isn't exactly the healthiest of meals, this is definitely a healthier option than most of the ones that are out there. At 310 calories, this is great for those watching what they're eating. The beef, pork, and meat sits just between just 2 noodles. For this tasty yet calorie-conscious version, this is also easy to find, as most grocery store chains carry Lean Cuisine. But yeah, it's just like a meat sauce between 2 sets of noodles. Next up, we got at number 10, somehow placing higher, we got Amy's Vegan Gluten-Free Lasagna. And this is the best gluten-free and vegan award, I guess. Some interesting stuff. Next up, at number 9, we got Amy's Gluten-Free Vegetable Lasagna. And this is the best gluten-free and vegetarian award. Definitely some awesome stuff. And next up, we got Udi's Gluten-Free Italian Sausage Lasagna, and this got the best gluten-free meat award. This one is at number 9. It is a great gluten-free version. This Italian sausage version is kind of like I guess the meal isn't as large as some of the other meals. But it's also gluten-free. The sausage has small pieces throughout the dish that add a nice flavor to the sauce. Definitely some awesome stuff. Next up, and this one looks a little fancy for, especially for some frozen lasagna. We got Trader Joe's spinach lasagna. And this one gets extra veggies, I guess. But yeah, definitely some interesting stuff. And it looks a little fancier. You know, it's not your standard frozen lasagna. Maybe that's one to check out. But we do have 10 seconds left to get enrolled in this next game. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. We got about $38,000 in total prizes. But there we go. We are getting into this next game. And we got our line prize. It's going to be starting us off at... it's going to be starting us off at $579. That large frame prize sitting at $8,963. And that coverall prize is sitting at $28,803. Make sure you guys are paying attention. We already have 5 balls dropped on this game. We got a couple players already 2 balls away, so make sure you guys are paying attention. But next up on our best freezer lasagna, we got Marie Callender's, placed at number 6, and this is a 3 meat and cheese lasagna. Definitely some interesting stuff. Number 5, though, but before we get into it, we got Qualls over at the Wheelhouse taking home $18 on that line prize. Good job, Qualls, as we start working towards this $8,000 large frame prize. Next up on these best frozen lasagnas, just so you guys know, we got the Costco Italian sausage and beef lasagna. Anything you get at Costco, you guys know, is going to be top tier, especially that pizza and the churros. Definitely some awesome stuff. But yeah, they're frozen lasagna. It's at number 5, right at the midway. Definitely some cool stuff. And at number 4, we got Trader Joe's family style meat lasagna. Yeah, I guess this one got the award for being the cheesiest of all of the frozen lasagnas you guys can get out there. So if that's a factor for you guys, definitely want to keep that one in mind. But we got another couple frozen lasagnas for you guys. And this one is Rao's meat lasagna. And this one best overall quality, I guess. And it's placed at number 3. Definitely some awesome stuff. And it's a brand that's well known for their tomato sauce, has entered the frozen lasagna arena. Made with no added sugars, the sauce is the star in this version. The portions are small, but it's obvious they are going for quality over quantity. By focusing on making it taste like a homemade cooked meal, this has a slightly thicker noodle than most, but the other ingredients help to round it out. I guess that puts it pretty high. Next up, and at number 2, this one's pretty high up there, and I'm pretty surprised. We got the Stouffer's Classic Meat Lasagna. This one won Best Classic Style Award. For some of us, this orange box is the frozen lasagna of your youth, and it's basically a cult classic. It's the quintessential frozen lasagna, very saucy with soft, slightly overcooked noodles, but somehow that is part of the nostalgia of it all. If you let it sit for a little bit after coming out of the oven, it's less runny, which works well. There's definitely something quite comforting about this particular version, but I feel maybe it's just because it reminds us of our childhood. But there we go. We got Bad Flop Bob over at Otomy Vets Club and Dallas over at Friendly Inn. They'll be splitting up that large frame prize of $29. And there we go. We got that coverall prize going out to Sunshine over at Rustic Trail and Susan over at Billy's Bar and Grill. Good job to both those players splitting up that $43 Musco coverall prize. Good job to all of our winners in that game. As we, let's see, that was, wow, that one was quick. That was already game number 10. As we start working towards game number 11, definitely some awesome stuff. But we were just talking about the frozen lasagnas, and we only had one more because Stouffer's came in at number 2. Next up, and at number 1, we have Michelangelo's. It's it's with meat sauce and overall the best taste award total. Definitely some awesome stuff. But yeah, number 1, if you guys want your, the best frozen lasagna you can get out there, go to Michelangelo's. And yeah, go for Michelangelo's. Definitely some awesome stuff. But yeah, happy National Lasagna Day. If you guys, sadly, your bar doesn't sell lasagna, sadly, hit up the supermarket, something like that, and grab some on the way home, You can always get a frozen one, and hey, just now that you guys know that Michelangelo's is the best, might as well try it out. But as you guys can see, we got just 1 minute left to get enrolled into this next game of Skull Bingo. We have over $37,000 in total prizes. Last time it was at like $38,000, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. But in the meantime, I do have some Twins news for you guys, as the Twins are currently 52-46. Rowdy Tellez hit a pair of 3-run homers. Corbin Burns won his 5th straight decision, and the Milwaukee Brewers beat the Minnesota Twins 10-4 on Wednesday to sweep a 2-game series in the Central Division leaders. Definitely some interesting stuff. But yeah, sad to see the Twins lose to the Brewers again. The Brewers did sweep that series, but the Twins will be playing the Padres tomorrow at 8:40 for you guys. And if you want to wish the Twins a little bit of extra luck, you guys can play TwinsWinsDay wherever Pilot games are played, and check out that Home Run Derby bonus round. It is a blast, and it's like and it's actually one of your guys' favorite E-Tab games you guys have out there. Definitely one you guys want to start checking out. All right, awesome stuff. But as you guys know, we during our lunchtime, we run from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. That's when we run our Twins Bingo one half of the year. And the other half of the year, it's Vikings Bingo. But we combine the Twins and the Vikings to create the Twiking Zone. And we have some crazy stuff going on the player side of these standings. Starting us off in 9th place, we got a two-way tie between previously unranked Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant and previously unranked Tez, who's over at Popper's. And they both have 27,000 points. Shortly ahead in 8th place, we got No Show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill with 28,000 points. In 7th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 33,000 points. In 6th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Mama G's with 53,000 points. Before I talk about the rest of these standings, we got 195-1 over at Roddy's Bar, taking home $21 on that line prize. Good job to that player. Next up on these standings, in 5th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 66,000 points. Shortly ahead with 68,000 points. In 4th place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven. In 3rd place, previously in 1st, getting pushed back, we got Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 76,000 points. In 2nd place, previously in 1st, we got Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 79,000 points. And in 1st place, only 1,000 points ahead of Scrub Eye, we have Loser Dave, who's over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 80,000 points. Good job to all of our players in those standings. Definitely kicking Season 12 off right. But on the location side of things, starting us off in 10th place, previously in 9th, getting pushed back, we got Beer Stube in Grove Heights with 32,000 points. Shortly ahead and in a two-way tie, we got 8th place Miniger Sport Hub in La Crescent, tied up with Floppy Crappie in Pokegama Township, both tied with 35,000 points. In 7th place, we got our place on 3rd and Faribault with 48,000 points. In 6th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 54,000 points. In 5th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 81,000 points. In 4th place, we've got VFW Blaine with 88,000 points. In 3rd place, kicking off our 100,000 point club, we've got Corky's Bar South Haven with 124,000 points. In 2nd place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 174,000 points. And in 1st place, closing in on that 200,000 point club, we have American Legion Fridley with 189,000 points. Good job to all of our locations in those standings and to all those players supporting your locations. But there we go. We do have a large frame winner. It's Brad C. Mart over at Scarta's Bar, taking home $33 on that large frame prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. As we start working towards this must-go prize, there we go. We got Sea Bear over at Duffy's Bar and Grill and KTGH JS over at Winners in Sartell. They'll be splitting up that $50 large frame must-go prize. Good job to all of our winners in that game. But I will be taking a quick break for these next couple of games. So I wish you guys all a little bit of extra luck, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit.
To one every single day, and not only do you guys compete for some really big cash, you also earn points towards the Twiking Zone.
Oh, absolutely. And so hopping right into these player standings, we start off with a tie in 8th place between Debbie Lou over at VFW Spring Lake Park, Keither at Lucky 13's Mendota, and Too Hot over at American Legion Pine City. They're all tied up with 11,000 points. But with 12,000 points in 7th place, we got Patriot over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 6th place sits with Dal Dye over at Sergeant Pepper's with 13,000. Then in 5th place, we have Red at American Legion Fridley with 19,000. But with 21,000, we have a tie in 3rd place between Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine and Jules at VFW Spring Lake Park. In 2nd place, it's Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 23,000 points so far. And in 1st place, it's Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 35,000 points.
Now let's head on to the location side of these standings. In 10th place, we got Sergeant Peppers over at Oakdale with 14,000 points. With 15,000 points in 9th place, we got the Bedrock over in South Haven. 7th place comes a two-way tie between Corky's Bar South Haven and American Legion Pine City, both with 16,000 points. With 17,000 points in 6th place, we got the Floppy Crappie over Pokegama Township. Fifth place is our place on third and Faribault with 20,000 points. With 25,000 points in fourth place, we got VFW Blaine. Third place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 27,000 points. With 66,000 points in second place, we got American Legion Fridley. And in first place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park, the reigning champions, already with 86,000 points in this season 12.
Well, if they're going to do any damage like they did last season, I can't wait to see it. But make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 12 to 1 to try your hand at that Twins Bingo. Hey guys, and we have had a great start to season 12 so far. We have given out a whole ton of jackpots, just 14 over the past weekend, making it 27 for the rolling week and 41 for season 12 so far.
Yeah, and let's get right into the weekend. As Friday, we had Urbra over at Ponchos and Lefties taking home $1,030.
Nicely done. Next up, we had T-Bone over at Charlie's Bar, who took home $1,133.
Then Jer 5 over at the Country Lounge took home $917.
Nicely done. And then longtime player Fred Trisha over at Moe's got to take home $615.
Then Nicole 1239 over at Welsh's Big Ten Supper Club taking home $1,033.
Yeah, split up a nice big jackpot with Slappy over at American Legion Fridley, who also got to take home $1,033.
And then that final jackpot on Friday went out to DM Team over at Roosters 2, taking home $1,057.
Nicely done. And then Saturday got started off right with Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, who took home $759.
And then the largest jackpot of the entire weekend, of the entire season 12 so far.
Oh, yes.
We got Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, who took home $34,850.
Wowie, nicely done, Tesla. But next up, we also had What's Our Name over at Halfley's Bar, who took home $678.
And then the final jackpot of Saturday went out to Susie Q over at VFW St. Cloud, crowd, taking home $837.
Nicely done, but Sunday got started off right with Yup over at Bleachers, who took home $11,927.
Not bad for a second largest jackpot of the weekend. We also had White Claw over at Blue Moon Bar and Grill, taking home $739.
That's right, and our final jackpot that went out this past weekend went out to Foster Fam over at Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, who got to take home $878.
Well, make sure you guys are coming out for all those games to make sure you're winning jackpots, getting on this list. Make sure you're signed up at pgl.world so we can be sending out you guys all that information. And hopefully when you guys are playing Pilot games, your community wins.
Hey guys, we love our Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, and you get to play it each and every day from happy hour, and we have been seeing these players compete already so strongly for Season 12.
Oh yeah, and getting into the player standings, in 10th place, we actually have a two-way tie between Dustball75 over at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill and B. Wana over at Otter Saloon, both with 6,000 points. With 7,000 points in 8th place, we have a two-way tie between Kirby over at American Legion Fridley and Slappy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 7th place is FJB over at Tankers Bay Bar and Lanes with 8,000 points. 9,000 points for the 6th place player, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant. 3rd place is a three-way tie between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill in Roseville, and Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. They all have 10,000 points. With 11,000 points in second place, we got O Lars over at Onamia Vets Club. And in first place, we have Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 22,000 points.
All right, well, I'm going to hop right into these location standings. And starting off strong in ninth, we have a tie between Friends Bar and Restaurant in St. Cloud and Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel. They both have 9,000 points. Then in eighth place, we have VFW Coon Rapids with 10,000. Sixth place is yet another tie between Country Lounge in St. Paul and Mabel Liquor Store in Mabel. They both have 11,000. Then with 13,000 points in fifth place, it's American Legion Fridley. Third place is yet another tie with Onamia Vets Club and Tasty Pizza Hanger 45 in Hilltop. They both have 23,000. Then in second place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park with 28,000. And in first, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 53,000 points so far.
Definitely some crazy stuff in those Jackpot Hunter standings. And we're only heading into our second week of Jackpot Hunter games. So make sure you guys are coming out from 4 to 6 to earn those points as well as cash prizes.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, and we love our PGL nights, our 2 specialty nights a week. Tuesday at 6:40 every single Tuesday, and Wednesday from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. You get those PGL specialty nights where you can earn points for these PGL standings.
And I'm going to hop right in for the Season 12 standings. And in 10th place, we have Chapster over at Moe's with 71,915 points. 9th place, it's with Louis over at Eagle St. James with 74,890 points. But with 76,370 points. In 8th place, we have B&N over at Max Park Place. 7th place is Chrissy Boss over at Neighbors Out 75 with 78,360 points. Then in 6th place, we have longtime player Devoided over at the Roadside with 88,800 points. 5th place sits with SDS over at Suds Tavern, who has 93,485 points. But with 94,375 points in 4th place, we have OE50 over at the Stanchion Bar. 3rd place is Bergar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls, sitting with 104,075 points. With 104,160 points. In 2nd place, it's Jay Stads over at Harbor Inn Garrison. And in 1st place, we have Lucky in all caps playing over at Herbie's Bar, who has 104,510 points so far.
Yeah, good job to all those players. Let's get into the location side of these standings, because in 10th place, we got Shooter Saloon and Eatery in St. Cloud with 214,445 points. With 216,045 points in 9th place, we got VFW Northfield. 8th place is Trails Grill in Big Lake with 235,380 points.
Hey guys, what is going on? We are back for this next game of Skull Bingo. We just have 1 minute left to get enrolled, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play because we have over $37,000 in total prizes and over $28,000 on this jackpot alone. But we did have a couple winners while I was gone. Starting us off in game number 12, we had that line win going out to Vegas over at Monty's Sports Bar and Free Willy over at Spalding House, winning $22. Next up was that large frame prize, which went out to Sea Bear over at Duffy's Bar and Grill, winning $65 on that large frame prize. After that, we had that coverall going out to Nunya over at Beck's Pub and Boat Racer 1 over at VFW Coon Rapids, splitting up $53. Right after that, in that next game, we had in round 13, that line prize went out to Rondo over at Patrick's on the third, winning $975. Good job to Rondo, taking home that line prize of $975. Good stuff. Next up, we had Tom over at Broadway Bar, winning $41. And right after that, taking home that coverall, we had Lala over at Clive's Roadhouse Blaine and TJ Midas over at Clearwater Legion post 323, splitting up $62. Awesome stuff in that game number 13. And then right after that was round 14, which that line prize went out to Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, winning $9. That large frame went out to Money over at B&L Bar, winning $15. And that coverall prize went out to Tom over at Broadway Bar and Go Gators over at Billy's Bar and Grill, winning $22. Definitely some awesome stuff. But we just clicked over on this line prize. We got $8 going for this must-go line prize. We got $9,239 on this large frame prize and over $28,973 you guys can take home on this cover-all prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. But if you guys want to stick a little bit away from our regularly scheduled bingo, we have a ton of e-tabs that you guys can check out. We're listening to Roaring 20s right now. It is our time travel themed e-tab game where you can travel from the 1920s all the way till the 2020s for a built-in extreme lounge. But if that isn't quite your theme, we have over 50 different charitable e-tab games you guys can check out. You can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, and they all have awesome bonus and free play rounds. Definitely some awesome stuff. But there we go. We got Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, and then we had Beth over at Corner Pocket. They'll be splitting up that $8 line prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. But we do have some really awesome music history for you guys. And starting us off, all the way in 1967, we got The Doors releasing Light My Fire, hits #1 for the first of 3 weeks in the U.S. It is knocked off by the Beatles song, All You Need Is Love. Definitely some awesome stuff. I love The Doors with, especially Light My Fire. That is such a great song. And pretty good job good job to the Beatles for being able to take that top spot right after The Doors. Next up, released in 1978, the Grease soundtrack hits #1 in the U.S. thanks to the hits You're the One That I Want and Summer Nights. Definitely some very two popular songs that got popular due to that awesome movie. Next, we do have a great winner, though. It's Big Dog Trev over at Billy's Bar and Grill, taking home $13 on that large frame prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. We have clicked over to a $20 must-go prize for this coverall. We got a couple players one ball away, and there we go, handing it out. It's Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, taking home $20 on that must-go coverall prize. Good job to Alaska. But definitely some awesome stuff in that game and with our music history. But we got some very important stuff for you guys to hear. This is some awesome stuff. All right. You guys want to make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. Not only do PGL players compete for points, and they have access to insider information, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a ton of information in it, but they will be the first of the first being able to sign up for PyCon. PyCon 2022 is happening on Thursday, September 15th. We are going back to the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite Park. We had such a great time out there last year. This year's special musical guest will be none other than the legendary ZZ Top. Selling over 50 million records, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers will be playing their hits at a very special private event just for you guys. So come on out, hear about all the great new products and games from Pilot Games, meet with legislators, and hear some great tunes. Registration is free for players and is required for entry. Speaking of that registration details, those registration details we'll be sending out to you guys now. So registration is now live. So you guys can all go over to pilotgames.com/PyCon and sign up there. Make sure you guys are registering And yeah, awesome stuff. You guys can register now at pilotgames.com/PyCon. Definitely some awesome stuff. You guys want to go check that out. And make sure you guys get registered so you guys can come hang out with us and listen to ZZ Top Live. Definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are getting signed up. And definitely check out pgl.world as well, because you guys need to be registered at pgl.world so we have those emails from you guys. Definitely some awesome stuff. But speaking of getting signed up at the pgl.world, we had a couple players that did just that. And we're going to give them a little bit of extra luck and see if we can get them on those PGL standings. Starting us off, we got Keels, Mom, Mike Chewy, Stein, 1380. We got Roland. We got Rosie, a Kite, 1380. Chloe 7, Camp Girl, Crazy Eyes, Gypsy. We've got Gage, Lilo 7411, D Maccabee 33, Bezzy 72130, as well as PCS Sportsman. Definitely some awesome stuff. Congrats to all those new players signing up at pgl.world. But we do have balls starting to drop on this next game of Skull Bingo. We've got that line prize that's going to be starting us off at $241. That large frame prize starting us off at $9,335. And that coverall prize starting us off at $29,065. Definitely something you guys want to make sure you guys are paying attention. We got a couple players only one ball away. It's Toucan Dan. And there we go. It's Tuna Can Dan over at Outtakes, taking home that $241 line prize. Good job to you, Toucan Dan. Definitely some awesome stuff. And we have a great lineup for this large frame prize. That's at $9,335. We got a couple players only 10 balls away. Let's see if we can get that out. But before we get into that large frame, we got some PGL standings to get into because we just finished up with all of our specialty nights. Kicking us off on the player standings in 10th place. Previously in 9th, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 190,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 8th, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 195,000 points. With 209,000 points in 8th place, previously in 6th, we got Devoided over at Roadside. In 7th place, previously unranked, we got Sloppy over at Mullins Bar and Grill with 219,430 points. In 6th place, previously in 5th, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 219,720 points. In 5th place, previously in 4th, we got Tavern over at Claremont Pub with 222,000 points. In 4th place, previously in 3rd, we got Bergar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 230,000 points. With 246,000 points in 3rd place, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners. In 2nd place, previously in 1st, we got Diesel over at Eagle St. James with 249,000 points. And in 1st place, previously in 7th, making the largest jump, we've got Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 303,000 points. Good job to all of our players in those standings. But now to the locations that they're supporting. In the 10th place spot in the location standings, previously unranked, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue Winstead with 693,000 points. 9th place, also previously unranked, it's the Rustic Saloon Little Falls with 711,000 points. In 8th place, also previously unranked, it's LJ's Miltona with 725,000 points. In 7th place, previously unranked, it's Clancy's On Island Lake, taken with 802,000 points. In 6th place, previously in 8th, we got Billy's Rockford with 867,000 points. In 5th place, it's BFW Northfield with 89,000 points. Definitely some awesome stuff. But there we go. We got a winner. It's Baba Booey over at American Legion Brooklyn Center, taking home $22 on that large frame prize. Good job, Baba Booey. And there we go. We got TCM over at Knights Pub and Grub. And Baba Booey again over at American Legion Brooklyn Center. They'll be splitting up that $33 large frame coverall prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to all of our winners in that game as we start getting ready for the next game of Skull Bingo. But I'm going to continue on with these PGL standings. In 4th place, starting off our 1 million point club, we got Miltona Liquor Store with 1,152,000 points. In 3rd place, we've got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 1,293,000 points. In 2nd place, previously in 1st, getting pushed back, we got Poppers Virginia with 1,397,000 points. And in 1st place, previously in 2nd, pushing Poppers back, we got Mabel Liquor Store with 1,502,000 points. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to all of our locations in those standings, and congrats to all those players for supporting your awesome locations. But we do only have 1 minute left to get enrolled for this next game of Skull Bingo. We have over $28,000 for this jackpot, and over $38,000 in total prizes for you guys. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. This is no laughing matter. You guys want to make sure you guys are enrolled for this one because this one is going to be crazy. But we do have some wild news for you guys, and it's got some pretty interesting stuff that we got to look into. We're looking at players that can help replace an aging Wild defense core. Starting us off, we're going to be looking at Carson Lambos. We're going to take a look at him real quick, see what he's all about, and see where he's currently playing at. All right, Carson Lambos is a Canadian ice hockey defenseman who plays for the Winnipeg Ice of the WHL. Lambos was selected in the first round of the 2021 NHL entry draft by the Minnesota Wild in the 26th overall pick. In the draft on August 25th, definitely some awesome stuff. Has signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the Wild. Definitely some awesome stuff. It would be nice to be seeing him helping us out a little bit more this year. Next up, we got Brock Faber. That one, he would definitely be nice to help us out. It would be nice to start throwing him in to kind of let him get a couple, a little more playing time. That'd be some awesome stuff. Let's see where he's currently at. And it's currently, prospect of the Minnesota Wild. Definitely some awesome stuff. Next up, we do have Callan Addison, another fine addition to toss into our defense. Would be some awesome stuff. But we do have balls dropping on this game. We got that line prize at $9. That large frame prize is starting us off at $9,338. And that coverall prize is at $29,051. Make sure you guys are paying attention. This game is going to go by super quickly. Definitely some awesome stuff. But we do have a little bit of information for you guys. As you guys know, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for the ETAB game Let's Go Wild. And you guys can check that out at your favorite Minnesota bar and check out that Slapshot bonus round and take home some big money. But there we go. We got T. Gus over at Barrel House Bar and Cafe taking home $9 on that line prize. Good job, T. Gus. But we do have an awesome fishing report for you guys. And we're currently looking over at Moorhead Red River. And this is by Explore Minnesota. And this was recorded on July 21st, so just a couple days ago. The bite remains good, if not great, all up and down the Red River. Water levels are down to what many would call perfect levels, and it's easy to travel to favorite fishing spots. The catfish have been coming from the mid-river holes, with fish starting to move to the outside bends of the faster waters. Catfish are responding to a variety of bait, such as suckers, goldeyes, and frogs, but it can be hard to predict their preference each day. The solution is to bring each of these baits and test them until you learn which one is the most effective. Local anglers and guides expect great catfishing for the next month and beyond. Definitely some awesome stuff. So if you don't know which bait to try and bring it all. Why not? You never know. Definitely some awesome stuff. But we still got balls dropping on this game. Looks like we might be clicking over on this large frame prize. There we go. We're going for a $14 large frame prize now. And hopefully maybe we can get a double win so we don't click over on this coverall prize as well. Definitely some great stuff. But there we go. We got TCM. We're at Knights Pub and Grub taking home that large frame prize of $14. And we'll be clicking over to a $22 must-go coverall prize. We got a couple players, only four balls away. We got Mad Dog, TCM, Kelly, as well as Big Dog Trev out there, really close to taking home this must-go prize. But just a reminder that when you guys are playing pilot games, to share those pictures with us. We love to get those pictures and see your guys' happy faces. So if you guys want a jackpot, make sure you guys are holding up your iPad and showing your that jackpot message. And you guys can even send us pictures of you guys playing with your friends, your favorite bartender, and anyone you guys are playing with. And you can share those pictures on Facebook or by emailing them to us directly at jackpots@pilotgames. But there we go. We got a winner on this must-go prize. It's Kelly over at Hayslip's Corner, taking home $22 on that must-go coverall prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to all of our winners in that game of Skull Bingo as we start getting ready for the next one. But we were just talking about our player pictures, and players send in some awesome pictures to us all the time. We're going to be checking out a picture here real quick once we get to the enrolling screen. And there we are. We just got that. And so now we are going to be looking at this player picture, and this is an awesome one. This is Eric, who is playing over, here we go. We got Eric, who is, and Matt, a.k.a. Tally, over at CR Billiards, taking home that $18,000 jackpot. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to both those players. Yeah, good job, Tally. Awesome stuff. But make sure you guys are sending those player pictures. We love to see them. Definitely some awesome stuff. But we do have a little bit of Vikings news for you guys. And the Minnesota Vikings general manager, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah likes where Kirk Cousins is at with the team. There was the story that dropped with him saying Cousins isn't Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, but much of what he didn't say, but much of what he said didn't come across as intended. These comments were never a direct shot at Cousins. It was simply Adolfo-Mensah pointing out the fact that the teams with those guys who are next to impossible to find have a better chance statistically of getting to the Super Bowl. But you could still win it with Cousins, who is a special, talented quarterback in his own right. However, during an interview with NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, Adolfo-Mensah took things a step further by throwing out a LeBron James comparison as far as preparation is concerned. Love Kirk's mindset. I called him the other day just to talk about a couple things, and the guy goes his zero dark LeBron mode kind of in the offseason, where he just kind of channels out all of the other things Adolfo-Mensah said. Definitely some awesome stuff talking about Adolfo-Mensah and Kirk Cousins. But if you want to support our Vikings in their offseason, as you guys know, we've teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for the E-Tab game Vikings Victory. You can pick a letter in that skull bonus to win some big prizes. Definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys can see, we got balls starting to drop on this game of Skull Bingo. We got $156 for that line prize, $9,384 for that large frame, and we have $29,088 for that coverall prize. Definitely make sure you guys are paying attention. We got Alaska already 2 balls away. Hopefully you can hand this one out here soon. But we are going to go over some awesome standings, and this is our happy hour standings, and this is what you guys are earning points for currently. And starting us off in 10th place, we got a 3-way tie. But before we talk about this tie, we got Video Crack over at G Allen's taking home $10 on that line prize. Good job, Video Crack. Next up in 10th place though, in these happy hour standings, we had a 3-way tie between Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, Crazy Kid, who's over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma, who's over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville, all tied with 10,000 points. In 7th place, we have another 3-way tie between Dustball 75 over at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla, who's over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby, who's over at American Legion Fridley, all tied with 11,000 points. In 6th place, we got Lucky Ride, who's over at South Street Saloon with 12,000 points. Shortly ahead in 5th, we got Chica, who's over at William McCoy's of Andover with 13,000 points. In 4th place, we got Billany, who's over at VFW Blaine with 15,000 points. With 17,000 points in 3rd place, we got Old Lars, who's over at Onamia Vets Club. In 2nd place, we got Brother Nate, who's over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 20,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Funk, who's over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points. Good job to all of our players in those standings. Definitely starting season 12 off right, and definitely helping out all of your guys' locations. But speaking of those locations, we got our location standings for us right here. And starting us off in 10th place, we got Dugout Bar and Grill Bethel with 16,000 points. In 8th place, it's a 2-way tie between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe and William McCoy's of Andover, both with 17,000 points. With 19,000 points in 7th place, we got Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville. In 6th place, it's VFW Blaine with 23,000 points. But there we go. We got a winner on this large frame prize. It's Mags over at Whitecap Inn, taking home $16 on that prize. Good job, Mags. Next up on our standings, though, in 3rd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000 points. In 2nd place, we've got Onamia Vets Club in Onamia with 46,000 points. And in 1st place, holding on to that lead, we've got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points. Good job to all our locations in those standings. Definitely have starting season 12 off right with all of your players there. But on to the jackpot, we do have Alaska over at Billy's Bar and Grill, taking home $24 on that must-go coverall prize. Good job, Alaska, and all of our winners in that game of Skull Bingo. But I will be right back in a couple games, so I'll be seeing you guys in just a sec. So good luck, and I'll see you in a bit.
To Foster Fam over at Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, who got to take home $878.
Well, make sure you guys are coming out for all those games to make sure you're winning jackpots, getting on this list. Make sure you're signed up at pgl.world so we can be sending out you guys all that information. And hopefully when you guys are playing pilot games, your community wins.
Hey guys, we love our Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, and you get to play it each and every day from happy hour, and we have been seeing these players compete already so strongly for Season 12.
Oh yeah, and getting into the player standings, in 10th place, we actually have a two-way tie between Dustball75 over at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill and B. Wana over at Otter Saloon, both with 6,000 points. With 7,000 points in 8th place, we have a two-way tie between Kirby over at American Legion Fridley and Slappy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 7th place is FJB over at Tankers Bay Bar and Lanes with 8,000 points. 9,000 points for the 6th place player, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant. 3rd place is a three-way tie between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill in Roseville, and Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. They all have 10,000 points. With 11,000 points in 2nd place, we got O. Lars over at Onamia Vets Club. And in 1st place, we have Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 22,000 points.
All right, well, I'm going to hop right into these location standings. And starting off strong in 9th, we have a tie between Friends Bar and Restaurant in St. Cloud and Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel. They both have 9,000 points. Then in 8th place, we have VFW Coon Rapids with 10,000. 6th place is yet another tie between Country Lounge in St. Paul and Mabel Liquor Store in Mabel. They both have 11,000. Then with 13,000 points in 5th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 3rd place is yet another tie with Onamia Vets Club and Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. They both have 23,000. Then in 2nd place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park with 28,000. And in 1st, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 53,000 points so far.
Definitely some crazy stuff in those Jackpot Hunter standings, and we're only heading into our 2nd week of Jackpot Hunter games, so make sure you guys are coming out from 4 to 6 to earn those points as well as cash prizes.
Hey guys, what is going on? We are back for this next game of Skull Bingo. We just have 1 minute left to be getting enrolled. Woo! So yeah, make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. We have over $38,000 in total prizes on this game. Woo! And over $29,000 in jackpot alone. Definitely some awesome stuff. Woo, sorry. We were just running around getting some cardio in. But we do have some awesome celebrity birthdays for you guys to get into. And starting us off, born in 1796, we've got Walter Hunt. American inventor, invented the safety pin as well as the sewing machine. So we're going to look up Walter Hunt and see some of the other things he might have invented. Yeah, Walter Hunt was an American mechanical engineer. Through the course of his work, he became known for being a prolific inventor. He first got involved with mechanical innovations in a linseed-producing community in New York State that had flax mills. Definitely some awesome stuff. Made the safety pin as well as the sewing machine. Definitely some awesome stuff. Made a lot of life easier for a lot of people. I know, I didn't learn how to sew until, I want to say 5th or 6th grade. They had like a whole class where they actually taught us cooking, sewing, everything like that, just life skills in general. It's definitely a class that I hope a lot of kids get to take now, because they even taught us how to make healthier food, everything like that. Definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys can see, we got balls dropping on this next game of Skull Bingo. We got $11 going for that line prize, $9,473 for that large frame, and we got that coverall prize that's at $29,159. But there we go. We got Emily 2783 over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, taking home $11 on that line prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. But next up on our celebrity birthdays, born all the way back in 1888, we got Vladimir K. Zworykin. Zworykin? Not quite sure. We'll have to check that out. But was a Russian-American inventor, development of television and the cathode ray tube, which is what we see the TV through. I'm pretty sure that's what the ray tube is. But we're going to look up a couple of the other things that he did. Definitely some awesome stuff, giving us a great invention at that. The television, who would have thunk? But yeah, Vladimir Kosmich Zworykin was a Russian-American inventor, engineer, and pioneer of television technology. He invented a television transmitting and receiving system employing cathode ray tubes. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday, Vladimir K. Zworykin. All right, next up on our celebrity birthdays, born way back in 1925, we got Ted Lindsay, American Hockey Hall of Fame left wing, won the Art Ross Trophy in 1950, and was the NHL Players Association pioneer. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to Ted Lindsay. Whew. Next up, born in 1937, we got Charles Schwab, American investor and entrepreneur, made the Charles Schwab Corporation. Definitely some interesting stuff. There we go. We got Rocks over at Beck's Burger, taking home $17 on that large frame prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job, Got Rocks. But yeah, Charles Schwab, I'm not sure exactly what their corporation does, but I know that they used to send me stuff at my last job all the time about investing opportunities or like 401k stuff. But there we go. We got Carlita over at Rustic Trail Palisade taking home $26 on that Must Go coverall prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to everyone in that game number 9. Ooh, that game number 20 of Skull Bingo. Definitely some awesome stuff. These are going by super quickly. But yeah, we're going to look at what the Charles Schwab Corporation is. The Charles Schwab Corporation is an American multinational financial services company. It offers banking, commercial banking, investing, and related services, including consulting, wealth management, and advisory services to both retail and institutional clients. Yeah, and I think I still get mail from them. Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday, Charles Schwab. Definitely helping the planet with those big packets. Next up, born in 1938, we got Peter Jennings, Canadian-American news anchor. You guys know him for doing ABC Evening News. Definitely some awesome stuff. We're going to look at Peter Jennings and a couple of the other things that he did. All right. But as you guys can see, we got about a minute left to get enrolled into this next game. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play. You guys do not want to miss this next game. We've got over $38,000 in total prizes and over $29,000 for this jackpot alone. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Pressing Play. We were just looking at Peter Jennings. Charles Archibald Ewart Jennings was a Canadian-born American television journalist who served as the sole anchor of ABC World News Tonight from 1983 until he eventually passed in 2005. Worked all the way until he passed. Definitely some awesome stuff. You really do have to respect that. That is awesome. Happy belated birthday to Peter Jennings. Definitely some awesome stuff. Ooh, next up, definitely a very important birthday. We got born in 1953, Geddy Lee, Canadian rock vocalist and bassist. Worked with, as you guys know, Rush. Their popular songs like Tom Sawyer, The Trees, and New World Man. Yeah, some of those I got listed. Definitely some awesome stuff. We're going to look up Geddy Lee and some of the other work he did. Definitely some awesome stuff. Lead singer for Rush. Definitely some awesome stuff. But there we go. We got balls starting to drop on this game of Skull Bingo. We got $301 on that line prize, $9,498 on that large frame prize, and $29,170 that you guys can take home on this cover-all prize. Make sure you guys are paying attention. These balls are dropping super quickly. We got players already 2 balls away, but they're going to have to be perfect from here on out. But yeah, we were looking at Geddy Lee and some of the work he did. We're going to look at some of the music groups he worked with. He did Rush and then Big Dirty Band. I didn't know about Big Dirty Band, but I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But we're going to look at a couple of the albums that he did help put out. But before we talk about that a little more, we got Johnny over at Shady's Railside taking home $9 on that line prize. Good job, Johnny, as we start working on that $9,000 large frame prize. But yeah, as you guys know, most of the like the Rush albums, like Moving Pictures, 2112, Clockwork Angels, Hemispheres, that's a good one. I need to get that one on vinyl. It's been pretty hard to find, but I kind of want it. Power Windows, Fly By Night, Snakes and Arrows. I think that one came out recently. Yeah, like 2007. Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to Geddy Lee. Definitely one of my favorite vocalists of all time. Next up, though, born in 1966, we got Martina McBride, American country singer and songwriter. Wrote Independence Day. This one's for the girls. virtual duet, and known for a virtual duet with Dean Martin for Baby It's Cold Outside. Yeah, don't know when they did that one, but yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. We're going to look into Martina McBride real quick. Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. See if they got any more popular songs that we know. All right, let's see what we've got. It looks like they also did a little bit of other stuff as well, but that, yeah. Yeah, we've got Independence Day, Concrete Angel, Valentine, A Broken Wing, In My Daughter's Eyes. This one's for the girls, I Can't Stop Loving You, as well as My Valentine. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday, Martina McBride. But we're still going for this large frame prize. It has moved over to a $14 large frame prize, and that coverall has moved over to a $22 must-go coverall prize. So make sure you guys are paying attention because these ones are going to go by super quickly. Whew, but next up, but there we go. Before we get into this next celebrity birthday, we got Zach over at Andy's Hometown Tavern, taking home $14 on that large frame prize. Good job, Zach, as we start working for this $22 must-go coverall. And there we go. We got one away over at American Legion Rice, taking home that $22 must-go prize. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job, one away. As we start getting into the second to last game of Skull Bingo, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play. This one's going to go by super quickly. But we'll be getting into our next celebrity birthday in just a sec. And our next celebrity birthday, born all the way in 1981, we got Fernando Alonso, Spanish auto racer, is the World Formula One Drivers Champion currently. Definitely some awesome stuff. We're going to look at Fernando Alonso a little bit. Although I will say, favorite F1 drivers, I don't know. But yeah, we got Fernando Alonso Diaz is a Spanish racing driver, currently competing for the Alpine in Formula One. He won the Series World Drivers Championship in 2005 and 2006 with Renault, and is also driven for McLaren, Ferrari, and Minardi. Definitely some awesome stuff. Did work with a lot of different teams. Definitely some awesome stuff. Formula One, definitely some of the hardest racing you can do that's out there. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to Fernando Alonso. Some of the other things that he has won was the 2005-2006 Drivers Champion. It won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2018 and 2019, and won the FIA World Endurance Championship in 2019 as well as 2018 as well as 2019. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday, Fernando Alonso. But we do have less than 30 seconds left to get enrolled into this second to last game of Skull Bingo. You guys want to make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play. We have over $38,000 in total prizes and over $29,000 on that jackpot alone. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play because there's just about 10 seconds left as we get into our next celebrity birthday. Next up, born in 1993, we got Rain Dakota, also known as Dak Prescott. American NFL quarterback, plays for the Dallas Cowboys. Definitely some awesome stuff. We're going to look a little bit at Dak Prescott. Dallas Cowboys, they're a great team. I got a feeling they're going to the Super Bowl this year. Dak Prescott has been in the league for a while now. Not quite sure since when. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, he's he's got over 1,460. Actually, that don't seem right. He's got a pretty good pass rating at like 98%. His completion percentage is at 66%. Rushing touchdowns is 25. We're going to look at professional career. We're going to look at NFL career statistics. All right, so let's see. Last year, he played 16 games. Complete 410 passes. He's doing, honestly, he's pretty all right. Yeah, awesome. Happy birthday to Dak Prescott. But there we go. We got Lorky over at Scoops Pub and Grill, taking home $10 on that line prize. Good job, Lorky. But we do have some awesome Timberwolves news for you guys to get into, and we're going to get right into it. Trading away almost all of their shooting depth to acquire all-star Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz, the Minnesota Timberwolves have begun to build their bench unit again. Starting with the signing of sharpshooter Bryn Forbes, first reported by the Athletics' John Krasinski. Familiar with his styles of play due to him being part of the Denver Nuggets last season, Timberwolves' new president of basketball operations, Tim Connolly, has brought in Forbes to help bolster Minnesota's bench unit. Starting last season with the San Antonio Spurs and ending it with the Denver Nuggets, Forbes averaged 8.8 points over the course of 75 total regular season games, shooting on an average of 41.4% from three-point range. For his career, Forbes has shot 41.3% from the three-point range on an average of 4.2 three-point shots per game. Definitely some awesome stuff. Hopefully we can, hopefully they'll definitely bolster our shooting game just a little bit. Definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys can see, this large frame prize has shifted over to a $17 must-go large frame, and we're still working on this $29,215 coverall prize, but we got to hit it right here. Are we going to be able to? Not quite. It's moving on to a $25 must-go coverall. But we do have some point standings for you guys to get into. We play our lunchtime bingo from 12 all the way till 1, and one half of the year it's Twins bingo, and the other half it's Vikings bingo. And we've combined the Twins and the Vikings to create the Twiking Zone, and our player standings have been ridiculous lately. But before we get into them, we got CNJJ over at Chart House Lakeville taking home $17 on that large frame prize, and we got Kim and S3 CPO only one ball away. But there we go. We got Handle over at Poncho and Lefties and 195L over at Roddy's Bar St. Paul. They'll be splitting up that $25 large frame that coverall prize. Good job to all of our winners in that game number 22 as we start getting ready to get into our last game, which is not our last game, our last game of Skull Bingo, which is going to be game number 23. But you guys got about 2 minutes to get enrolled for that, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go over our Twiking Zone standings. In 9th place on the player standings, previously unranked, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 27,000 points. In 9th place, previously unranked, we got Tez over at Poppers with 27,000 points as well, tied up with Caribou. In 8th place, we got No Show over at McPete Sports Bar and Grill, shortly ahead of that two-way tie with 28,000 points. In 7th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 33,000 points. With 53,000 points in 6th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Mama G's. In 5th place, we got Red, who's over at American Legion Fridley with 66,000 points. In 4th place, it's Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 68,000 points. In 3rd place, previously in 1st, we got Sinbob, who's over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 76,000 points. In 2nd place, previously in 1st, it's Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 79,000 points. And in 1st place with only a 1,000-point lead, we got Loser Dave, who's over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 80,000 points. Good job to all our players in those standings. But before I get into the location side of things, you guys just have about 30 seconds left to get enrolled into this next game of Skull Bingo. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. We have over $39,000 in total prizes, and over $29,000 of that is going for that jackpot. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play, because this is the last game of Skull Bingo before that next game of Lucky 4 Bingo. But while you guys are getting enrolled and press and play, I'm going to go into our location standings in the Twiking Zone. Starting us off in 10th place, previously in 9th, we got Beer Stube in Vergrove Heights with 32,000 points. In 8th place, in a two-way tie, we got Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent with tied up with Floppy Crappie in Pokegama Township, both with 35,000 points. In 7th place, it's our place on 3rd and Faribault with 48,000 points. With 54,000 points in 6th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. In 5th place, we've got Poppers Virginia with 81,000 points. In 4th place, it's VFW Blaine, just a little shy of that 100,000 point club with 88,000 points. In 3rd place, kicking off our 100,000 point club, it's none other than Corky's Bar South Haven with 124,000 points. But here we go. We got a line prize winner. It's Kelly over at Hayslip's Corner, taking home $13 on that line prize. Good job, Kelly. As we start working on this large frame prize, that's at $9,631, and we start working for that coverall prize, which is at $29,287. Make sure you guys are paying attention. This game is going to go by super quickly. But finishing off our location standings, in 2nd place, we've got VFW Spring Lake Park with 174,000 points. And in 1st place, holding on to that lead for a little bit now, we've got American Legion Fridley, closing in on that 200,000 point club with 189,000 points. Good job to all of our locations in those standings, and good job to all those players that are out there supporting those locations. But as you guys can see, we still got balls dropping going after this large frame prize, and we got Wanda, Chris, Funk, and Edberg only 3 balls away. There we go. We're getting closer and closer. Ooh, but there we go. We got Wanda only 2 balls away. They're going to have to be perfect just about coming up here. Yep, they're going to have to be perfect from here on out if we're going to hit this large frame prize. Let's see if we can get it. Not quite. It'll be moving to a $22 large frame prize. But we got Funk only 1 ball away. But while you guys are doing that, we're going to be looking into a couple movies that were released today in history. And we got this is a very, very solid list. Starting us off in 1983, we got National Lampoon's Vacation. Definitely an awesome movie. You got to love all of the National Lampoon's movies. They're all classics. But there we go. We got Woody's over at Fat Jack's taking home $22 on that large frame prize. As we start working for this $33 must-go coverall prize, we got Video Crack only 1 ball away. Let's see if we can get it here. Oh, there we go. We got J&J as well as USN Retired also joining up with them, and as well as IBS. I hope you get that taken care of. But yeah, they are all so close away. There we go. We got Video Crack over at G. Allen's taking home $33 on that must-go coverall prize. Good job to Video Crack. Woody's and Kelly are winners in that 23rd game of Skull Bingo. Definitely some awesome stuff. But that just means that we are going to be getting enrolled into this final game of Lucky 4 Bingo here in a sec. Make sure you guys are getting ready. It is going to be some crazy stuff. There you guys can see we have only about a minute 40 seconds to be getting enrolled. But in the meantime, I'm going to be talking about some of these other movies that got released today. Next up, released in 1994 with an awesome cast, we have the first of the Mask movies. Yep, that's it. That's right. The first Mask. Definitely some awesome stuff. We're going to look into it just a little bit because, you know, you got to love Jim Carrey. Definitely some awesome stuff. All right, let's look up. We're going to look up the original cast. There we go. You had Jim Carrey, Cameron Diaz, Peter Green, Peter Reargen, Ben Stein was in it as well. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to The Mask. Definitely a great movie, and I might have to watch that one again here soon. Next up, released all the way in 2005, although it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, we've got Sky High, superhero movie. I think it was like a Disney Channel classic. But yeah, Sky High, I think it was one of my favorite, I think it's still one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Plus, it's got Velma in it. Like, awesome stuff. If you guys don't know, the live-action Velma from the Scooby-Doo movies. Who was that again? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, no, it wasn't. No, wrong person. I'm thinking Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who was in Scott Pilgrim. But yeah, awesome cast. It even had Kurt Russell in it. Definitely a great movie. And it had Bruce Campbell. He was like the gym coach or something. Definitely some awesome stuff. If you guys haven't seen that one, maybe check out Sky High. Next up, released all the way in 2011, we have the newer animated Smurfs movie. Yeah, the Smurfs. Definitely some awesome stuff. Released all the way in 2011. Definitely had a lot of voice casting in that as well. I'm going to look that up just real quick so we can go over that. But while I'm doing that, as you guys can see, we got balls dropping in this game of Skull Bingo. Not Skull Bingo, of Lucky 4 Bingo. We're in line for this mega jackpot. We're going to have to be perfect. We are going to be moving on to major jackpot. But we are not in line for that either. But we can still get a good run-up for this mini jackpot. Let's see if we can get it. Yep, we have a great run-up for this mini. We're going to have to be perfect from here on out. Let's see if we can get that. Not quite. We will be moving on to a must-go prize. But while you guys are going after that, but we do have a ton of you guys out there. Only 2 balls away. We got Lucky Boo, Handle, Kim, Chris, and Amy still 2 balls away. Man, this one is going to go by super quickly. But now for the most important part of the broadcast. It is our player spotlight. And we are currently spotlighting Tally, who is playing over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards when they took home a jackpot of $18,584. And everyone that plays at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards supports the awesome charity, the Competition Cheer Spirit Booster Club. And their mission statement is to support competition cheer in the Coon Rapids area. Definitely some awesome stuff. It is the most important part of the broadcast. We love all the charities that all the bar supports, and it's so great to see all you players coming out almost every night and coming to help support these great charities. And speaking of some players supporting these charities, we got Craze, Mikey, Chris, Skox, and 1951 They're all only one ball away. But there we go. We got Chris over at Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville taking on $5. We got 11, 15, 63, and 70 are going to be our 4 lucky numbers. But we were just talking about that player spotlight, and it just brings us around to what we talk about at the end of every broadcast, that whenever you guys are playing pilot games, you are supporting these awesome charities. So just keep in mind before the rest of these games of Skull Bingo that when you guys play pilot games, your community wins. Take care and have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe.
Hey guys, we love our Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, and you get to play it each and every day from happy hour, and we have been seeing these players compete already so strongly for Season 12.
Oh yeah, and getting into the player standings, in 10th place, we actually have a two-way tie between Dustball75 over at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill and B. Wana over at Otter's Saloon, both with 6,000 points. With 7,000 points in 8th place, we have a two-way tie between Kirby over at American Legion Fridley and Slappy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 7th place is FJB over at